You know, in some ways I wish I had a better answer to this, because the answer here is, I guess, yes and no. I have definitely been in situations where I've seen things happen, aside from, I think, things that everybody's seen, like lights flickering, things flying off the wall. I've actually been in buildings where I definitely can sense something. I used to work in a radio station in England, which was in a very haunted, known to be actually a haunted building, and I did very early shifts there, and I would often see shadows and things that seemed to be people or spirits moving around there, and absolutely 100% convinced that that was going on in that building. Also, there were areas of that building which I was absolutely terrified to go anywhere near as well. You know, I've seen this in other places throughout my life. My grandmother used to live in a very old house, and I used to be absolutely terrified of the back room where I used to sleep. I've also got an 8-year-old daughter who gives me evidence all the time that she is seeing things and witnessing things from ghosts and from the spirit world, and things that she couldn't possibly know or have experience with, and things related to past lives, so many other things. So absolutely, I have seen evidence, but I don't have a fabulous story to tell you, but you know, lots of examples of that it exists.
Yeah, I have seen a ghost actually. I was about 7, 8 years old, and yeah, my great aunt died, and I didn't even know she had died that day, and I saw her in my bedroom that night. I saw her. She was there. Wasn't the tooth fairy. Anyway, the next morning I found out she had died, so yeah, I don't know, maybe she came to tell me something, but because I was so little, I didn't want to know about it. I just cuddled my teddy instead.
Have I experienced any paranormal activities? I would say yes. First time I experienced any paranormal activity, I was very, very, very young, and it scared the crap out of me. And I think I was probably 2, and I just call him the Green Man, because he had a hue around him, an aura type thing. It was green, kind of like a soft pastel color green around him. A very old man, and he was nice. He just scared me, and my mother went and talked to him and told him not to bother me anymore. I only seen him twice. The second time is when she did that. But I've experienced what is it called? It's paranormal, but I guess it's a poltergeist. I guess that's what it's called. Where things are flying around. Well, my mother bought me a mannequin for a birthday. Told me it was a giant Barbie. And I believed her. Well, she dressed it up one Halloween. I think I was 7. And she just dressed it up, real scary looking and everything. And we went out trick-or-treating and everything. And our neighbors, they were kind of freaking out when, I guess when we was heading home. And they were standing in our front yard of our house. And because my mom, she placed a mannequin in the front yard, you know, to spook people when they walked by. But when we got home, the mannequin was on top of the house, and I don't know, my mom, she kind of freaked out, and we went into the house, and I remember me and my little sister, when we got in the house, my mom went towards the back door because I don't know why she went that way, but next thing I know, our living room chair went flying across the room, and our light started flickering, and basically it was really spooky. And our neighbors, they destroyed the mannequin because it ended up in our backyard, and then it ended up in our front yard, and our neighbors were Native Americans, and they destroyed that mannequin, which didn't bother me at all. And yeah, I'm a little spooked right now. Okay.
Have I ever witnessed paranormal activity? Well, when we first moved into our house, I usually go to bed before my husband. I would be laying in bed, and it would feel like a dog would jump up on the bed, run up beside me, then kind of realize I was not who he or she was looking for, and poof, it would just be gone. So that was kind of weird. So, or I could have just been really tired. Could have been my imagination. I don't know. I think it happened like twice. So I thought that was a little weird, but stranger things have happened, I'm sure. But I guess as a kid maybe I had an over-imaginative imagination. My cousins and my friends, like, sometimes they would have imaginary friends that they would talk with, and I had monsters. They weren't really monsters. I had no other term for them, since I didn't really know what they were. Where did I keep them? I kept them in my parents' room. There used to be servants' quarters. We lived in a very old, dilapidated house. It was very, very old. And there was like a hallway that had been blocked off. And that's where, I didn't really keep them there, but that's where they tried to hang out. Since they were, I called them mine. Since they were mine, I tried to get them to go into our room, me and my sister's room, but they wouldn't. They preferred to hang out in this hallway stuff. So when my friends and cousins and such would come over to visit, I would tell them that I had monsters, and they usually ran off shrieking. And I didn't have any other term for them. I didn't know what to call them. They weren't monsters. They weren't scary. And whereas they would talk to their imaginary friends, I didn't really talk with these guys. Mostly I just knew they were there, and that was it. They weren't scary to me, but I don't know of too many other kids who kept pet monsters. So, but I did. And I probably just had an over-imaginative